Hello, I'm Jessie, the Sleepy Koala, and today I will be going through my April TBR. Firstly, if you are new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. I hope you enjoy the video, and I would love to chat with you all in the comments afterwards. Don't forget to like and press subscribe to get more videos from me in the future. Today, I will be going through my April TBR. I was initially in March going to read both Jade City and The Poppy War. I have read Jade City, or I'm getting that slowly, but I haven't actually started The Poppy War, and I think I'm going to hold off reading it this month just because after reading Jade City, I want something a little bit more light and relaxed because these books are taking a lot out of me. They're good and I like them, but I'm just feeling very bogged down in it all. So I think I want to read something a little bit lighter just so I don't end up not wanting to read anything at all. But getting into the video, first up, we have got Jade Legacy, because I have not actually finished the series yet. So I will be continuing on with the Greenbone saga in April to finish off Jade Legacy. I'm about halfway through at the moment, so didn't get through it in March, but that's okay. I'll finish it off in April. Jade City is the third book in the Greenbone saga. It follows on with our two protagonists, Hilo and Shay, as part of the No Peak clan, who are fighting against the Mountain clan in their home city of Janloon. There's not much I can say about the plot of this book because it is the third book in the series, but suffice to say, there has been some incredible action in it. I have really been enjoying this series quite a lot. I won't get into it too much now, but I'll talk about it more next week in my March wrap-up video. Another book that I started in March that I will be continuing on in April is A Touch of Darkness. I bought this along with Neon Gods in March because I decided I wanted to do a reading vlog with them, which still is not out, but it will be out eventually once I finish this book, but I have to actually finish this book first. But I'm not there yet. I'm just over halfway done with this book as well, so this will be something that I finish hopefully early April so I can get that vlog out to you finally after mentioning it quite a few times now. A Touch of Darkness is a modern Hades and Persephone retelling, but it still involves the gods being gods and them still having magic as well, which I find really interesting. I am really enjoying the world building and premise of this book quite a lot. But Hades is still the god of the underworld, but he is also the owner of this club, Nevernight, which is big and exclusive, and Persephone finds herself there with a friend and then ends up with more than she bargained for. This has been quite a good book so far. I've been really enjoying it. Like really enjoying it. I'm surprised how much I'm enjoying this book, but I will finish this off in April and then get back to you all with my final thoughts. The next book that I want to read in April is A Darker Shade of Magic. I wanted a lighter book. This is where I'm choosing to go with my lighter choice. This book follows a young man named Kel who is a traveler between many different types of Londons, because in this world there are different types of Londons that have different levels of magic and different setup. Kel gets himself into a bit of trouble and then the adventure ensues. What really draws me to this book is the world building. I'm really fascinated by this idea of the different Londons and the different magic levels within the Londons, and I really want to see how those play together and what the interplay is between these different places. But this is the book I chose to try and have something just a bit lighter, just a bit more fun, so I can get back into a more lively spirit. And it's also shorter as well, and I am mostly aiming for some shorter books this month, just after, well, I guess except for Jade Legacy. Jade Legacy is very long, but Jade Legacy is kind of the reason that I want my other books to be a bit shorter, because I've been reading these mammoth tomes of a book. First the Mirror Visitor Quartet and now the Greenbone Saga. I've read them back to back and they are all mammoth tomes. I need a little bit of break. I need just a little bit where I have some shorter books that are just, you know, regular sized instead of 500 plus page tomes. So this is what I've decided to go with. I've been looking forward to reading this book for ages now. If you remember back the video I did with my husband where he guessed bookish things about me, this was actually up there as the book that I wanted to read next, and I didn't actually get to it next as I initially intended. So it is time to finally read A Darker Shade of Magic, and I'm really looking forward to it. The next book I want to read in the month of April is A Beautifully Foolish Endeavor. This book is the sequel to An Absolutely Remarkable Thing by Hank Green, and I reread the first book back in January after reading it last year because my husband got me this for Christmas and I really wanted to read it, but I couldn't remember what happened in the first book, hence why I needed the second book. So I'm looking forward to picking this up and reading it. The first book ended on such a cliffhanger, so I am looking forward to seeing where that goes in this book. The first book was about a girl named April May and her friends who found a robot on the side of the road and decided to name it Carl, only to realize that these robots are probably from outer space because there are multiple of them around the entire world. This continues on the story, following what's happening with the Carls, following what's going on with our main characters, and I'm really looking forward to seeing where the overall story goes. The next book I don't actually have yet in physical print, but it is Artificial Condition, the second book in the Murderbot Diaries. I'm actually due to get these books today, but they have not yet arrived yet. I bought the first 4 Murderbot books as hardcovers in a set that were half price off, which was really nice because I read the first one in March and I loved it, like really loved it. So I'm looking forward to going on to the second book in the Murderbot series, seeing what happens with this robot and where he takes us and what he does next on his travels. I'm really curious about a few things after the first book and like whether they will happen or whether they won't happen in the second book. So I'll just have to stop and wait and see. But I absolutely adore Murderbot as a character and I really enjoyed the first book. So I'm looking forward to having more of these novellas to read. They're really short and it was really nice to be able to just get through something really quickly, particularly while reading giant tomes of a book on the side. But I am very much looking forward to reading this book and I will be going through the other ones as well. I don't know whether I'll do them like just keep reading them throughout this month or if I'll just do one a month. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you think that it's better to read the Murderbot books back to back or to kind of spread them out? I don't know. Someone else give me their opinion. Finally, the last book I have is Over Raging Tides. This is going to be a reread for me. I adored this book when I read it last year. It is about female pirates on the open sea who have to break one of their ship's rules of not having men on board when they find a shipwreck and 2 young men who are in need of rescuing. I remember loving this book. There are several more in the series and I would like to reread this book so that I can go on and finish off the rest of the series from here. That is it. That is all of the books that I am going to be reading in the month of April. I will see how I go, see how many I can get through. I will be trying to read A Darker Shade of Magic back to back, so I will probably try and get through all of those books this month. Same thing with Over Raging Tide. I will be trying to get through all of the Lady Pirate books this month if I can. I'm not getting through all of those books. That is way too many books for me to read in one month. So I will mix and match and try and get through at least the ones that I've said in this video, if not also the sequels of the books that I have. That is all from me today. Thank you all for watching so much. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye!